Hello all, how you doing? This is your instructor for MMSC270. My name is Dr. Boney, as you can see how to pronounce it here. Let's jump right into the course. The first thing you want to do is hit the syllabus, which you can find here or here. Either one is fine. So let's go ahead and click this and open it up. And as you can see here, this is all the stuff you're going to be learning. You can read that on your own. Stuff of relative importance right here. First of all, as I sent out an email, you need to have access to McGraw-Hill Connect. All of your work, quizzes, assignments, tests, etc. book will be through that and access through Canvas. So this is how you are graded. There's a lot of different assessments types here for grading, so that's good for you. And here's a grading scale. Probably of most importance is this. This is what you want to put in your Google Calendar or your agenda book or somewhere. Again, this is a 4-credit class, so there's a fair amount of work to it. And this gives you an outline of everything that's due every week and where to access it. So what are all the different kinds of work you have? Well, you have exams, you have chapter quizzes for every chapter. You have like homework assignments for each chapter, and then you have what's called a smart book assignment, which is an assisted reading assignment. That kind of really is going to outline a lot of the heavy stuff that's on the exam. And then the lab portion of it, all of it's online. You have lab activities, actual point of view labs, and then you have a lab practical at the end. So that is the outline of when everything is due. And so be sure to check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and close this up and go to the next thing in order. The next thing you want to look at is this. This right here is Edpuzzle, and this is my online lectures. They're very short. Most of them are about 5 to 8 minutes long, and this is free for you. So you can go ahead and click that to register. And once you get to a screen like this, you're going to go up to the right-hand corner and hit sign up. And then you're going to hit this and say sign up with Edpuzzle, and you're going to see here that it has my particular class. So once you've registered, you can basically exit out of that because all of my Edpuzzle videos are integrated into Canvas. So we'll worry about Edpuzzle in a minute. So I'm going to skip this little thing right now and go down to the exam. So for every single unit, this is all of the major content. So the first thing you'll see, there's an exam study guide, then there's a PowerPoint, and then there's a lot of my little mini lecture videos called Edpuzzles. This is what a lot of these are. So if I click on any one of them, you'll see something that looks like this. Now if I try to click on this and access it, it won't work. And you'll notice why. Because on purpose, I pretended like I was one of you, and I forgot to register for Edpuzzle, and you'll see that my name is not here, and it should be. So I'm going to pause the video and go register for Edpuzzle, and then we're going to see what this looks like once I do that. All right, I went ahead and registered for Edpuzzle, and now what you'll see is there's my name. And so when you do this, you should see your name right there. And this is just one of the little mini lecture videos on microorganisms. And so if I just click on this, you'll see that it looks just like a YouTube video, but actually isn't. It has a series of embedded questions and comments here, so as the video actually plays along, and of course you can full screen this, but once the video hits these little embedded content, it will ask you a question and you get the answer immediately back. So it's a good way for you to kind of assess your knowledge as you're learning. So if we return back to this again, we have another Edpuzzle, and then we have just little help on stuff, and then finally at the end. So my recommendation for like how to learn, this right here is your textbook. I embedded the actual chapter from your textbook into each of these. My suggestion is do the PowerPoint, all the Edpuzzles, learn those first, and then go ahead and read the textbook. Now, if you're someone who's just, I just like to read the book, go for it. But that's why I put it at the end of every unit or every chapter. And you can see here, chapter 2 repeats. I have the PowerPoint, I have all of my Edpuzzles, and then I have the book chapter, and then chapter 3, you get the idea. So that's how every chapter and all of its content is for you. So as far as doing all the assignments, they start here. So if you want to know, accessing a lab, you just obviously click on lab orientation first. And that is going to show you kind of how to use it. These are all of your labs. These are your actual exams. I'll get to them being proctored in a minute. These are your chapter assignments in order. These are your chapter quizzes, and this is your smart book assignments. So the smart book assignments look like they are your textbook. They kind of are, but I have highlighted parts of each paragraph or page. It's not like the entire thing. So this is an actual assignment with embedded questions, but you end up reading only about 20% of each chapter, and I focused on the parts that are relevant to the fundamentals. So this is an assignment, and then if you want the full chapter, then these are all the full chapters. So why did I skip the exam part? Well, this is a proctored exam. Sorry for going back and forth real quick. And basically it's done by an online system called Proctorio that's going to use your webcam and browser information and to lock down your browser. So we need to make sure that this works before you actually jump onto the first exam. In other words, I don't want you on February 26th trying to click on this and nothing's set up and it doesn't work and there's pop-up blockers and all that. So what I did is I created for you guys a one question. So in other words, this is where you would just click on here, do this before February 19th. And you're going to take a one question exam, and the question basically is, can you read this question? You answer yes. So this will make sure that the extension is working, that the proctoring software is able to access any of my exams before you actually do the exam. And if you do this by 19th, I will add 5 points to your exam. Now ignore this little 10 right here. I had to give it, this 10 is irrelevant. It's not 10 points. I just had to give the question some fake points. But you'll get 5 points out of your exam if you do it by 2/19. So the other thing too is like, well, how do I access all of these McGraw-Hill Connect things, and how do I register and all that stuff? Well, that's the easy part, because all you literally have to do is click on any McGraw-Hill assignment. It could be this one. It could be any of these labs. Obviously the exams won't be available for you yet. Any of these assignments will bring you automatically to a screen. I'll just click on one randomly here. And now, of course, because I am a teacher in my own class, this screen would actually say launch McGraw-Hill, and from here you will be able to go to McGraw-Hill directly through Canvas. If you bought the access code through the bookstore, it'll ask for that. If you didn't, you actually can use a credit card and pay for it directly through McGraw-Hill, directly through Canvas, and that's good. The other thing as well is that please do not wait for any sort of like, oh, I need to wait for my next paycheck. When this class starts, if you don't have the money yet, you can actually also choose from the list of either an access code or a credit card. You can also choose a free 2-week complimentary use. So you're going to go ahead and choose that. And that's basically how the course is organized. So you can see, just go by the syllabus, follow exactly what it says. There's a lot of support here for you, but ask any student who's taken this. This is not the kind of course where you're going to want to save everything to do the night before the exam. It's not going to work that way because you have assignments that are due every week. So on that note, welcome to the class, and if you have any questions, I am here for you. Thanks a lot.